All right, we're getting ready to go here. I need to get my tracking started. Okay, that's set. Whole process. After I've done it a couple times, I still forget all the little parts and pieces. All right, so I've got the mic on, I've got the camera. So I got both sound systems working. So let's pull this anchor up and get underway. Well, it might be a good idea to get the motor started first. Well, it's absolutely calm. Don't need to worry about it. I already started the motor, warmed it up, so it's ready to go. Hopefully I won't be getting too much weed on this. I know the bottom is weedy, but I may have to start the motor anyway. It looks like. Hell no, it came up. I thought it was going to be stuck, but it's okay. Well, got most of the weed off. We're secure. Time to go. Need to align the camera here, but I was getting drift too close to shore, so I need to get out of here. Underway. All right, we're going out past the wolf lair here. That little rock hump there that you see off to the starboard side is where the wolves would come out and pounce and then jump in and cross over to where that tree slants on the left. Pack of wolves, 3 of them at least I saw. There might have been more. Quite fascinating. And last night I had a beaver come around, and that's the only real significant wildlife I saw. Came all the way down from, you can see right straight ahead there, there's kind of on the left, it looks like a beaver lodge, and that he came down from there and checked me out. He was curious. Slapped his tail 3 times, telling me to get lost. All right, that's the rock right there on the right. Hell, fishing boat this morning already. Still a lot of activity going on up here. He looks like he's confused. I don't know what he's doing, but there is a campsite there, so it looks like he's pulling into it. Get over to the right a little bit. I think that's a beaver lodge on the left. That's where I saw him swimming in last night. Let's see, all my tracking is going. Yeah, that's a beaver lodge right on the bank there. Not a lot of fresh pickings though, a little bit that he's got around the edge, but it's an old lodge. Head over a little bit to the straight out of the channel here now. It looks like it will work. I'm going pretty slow just to make sure I don't hit anything hard and do damage. So more clouds this morning than I anticipated, and cool. I think it was like 55 degrees and cloudy, but there's beginning to be a few breaks, so maybe the sun will break through here before too long. Yeah, whoever it is pulled in ashore there. Doesn't look like a ranger, but they've got a tent in there, so campers. They must have came in last night. I didn't see them when I came by yesterday, so well, that's a rock, so I don't know. Maybe they are working. We'll see when we go by. I thought I might go down and check out this where I camped. Used to have a boat site that now has been removed, it looks like. So I'm going to go down there and check that out. And then we'll head east. I have in mind a particular boat site, but it's a very nice site, so it would be a good place to swim. But because it's a nice site, there's going to probably be a houseboat there. So we'll see. If there is, we'll just look for an alternate. Yeah, there's a loon. Well, I'm going to just go through this channel around the corner to see if that site still exists or if they dismantled it. It's interesting because even if they dismantled it, it still can be used unless they posted it. Oh, there's a canoeist. First time I've seen a canoe out here. Haven't seen any canoeists at all or kayakers, and that's the first one I've seen. So the boat site that I'm thinking about is around the corner here. It looks like it's gone. they took it out. Used to be a big fire ring there. Huh, interesting. Yeah, there's still a fire ring of sorts there, but maybe they asked them to take it out because of the damage to houseboats or something. Go to manual on the steering. See where we're at when we get in here. Pretty dramatic terrain. We'll see if there's a houseboat in here. It's supposed to be deep around the edges here, so I think we'll be okay. We went about 7.7 miles, so we don't need to really go much further. I was going to go a little further, but I think if this site looks like it's interesting to me, so with the potential of seeing some wildlife too, so as long as there's not a boat in here. Right now it appears it's open, so we'll see. Coming in slowly. Looks like it's open. I don't see the sign though. Oh yeah, there it is. Little sandy beach. I wasn't expecting that. Looks like they even left some firewood. That's kind of nice. Oh, wait a minute. There's a boat there. Damn. Well, that's too bad. Figures, it's a nice spot. Well, we can come back here, I guess. But the question is now, where do we go? Let's set the autopilot up. Well, folks, I don't know what to do. Well, there's one around the corner. I'm not sure if that's the one I went into or not. N9, so that's around the corner. So let's go try that. See, it's not too far to go, but I'm not sure if it's the right one when we get around there, I guess. Well, I miss, there wasn't very many of those other, in fact, very few of the other boat sites were filled, so I figured we were safe, but that's a nice boat site there, so I imagine it gets used a lot. If this other one is the one I'm thinking, it's pretty nice too. I'm just not sure. It had a little bit of a cove, well protected, and nice sandy beach, so we'll see. But it's also a nice spot, so it might be filled. Still cloudy. There was supposed to be sun today, but it's not coming through very quickly. We're 11:30 almost, and not much sun for the solar. Yeah, that's the only boat site. Well, there's two others, I guess, to choose from. It's about, well, if it's the one I'm thinking, about a mile around the corner here. Take the cup inside. All right. Let's see what we got. I think that's where I anchored, right back in there on the right. I think, I don't know, just has a look to it. I think when I came there last time here, there was a boat in there too, and a lot of them just come and they get ensconced in these beautiful sites, and then they just sit there for the whole week. They don't move, and they don't explore the lake at all. They just come out and squat, which means that, you know, nobody else gets to use the site during that week. I don't know that to be for sure, but it just seems like it because they come in with these big, huge boats, and I think the families, not so much this time of year because they can do a lot more fishing, but during the summer months, you know, the families, kids swim, especially if it's a sandy beach. So I don't know. I can't remember how far I went that day, but we'll look and see. It looks like the spot that I stayed, but you know, we'll know right away if there's a boat there because it'll be visible. It's kind of open to the north. That's the only drawback. Speaking of that, I should look at winds, see what we're going to have here. Yeah, I remember that little island thing there. It looks familiar. Or is this the one here? Maybe this is it. Yeah, I think it is it. But I don't see a sign there anymore. Well, I could go in there, but looks like there's a boat in the other one. Yeah, this is, I think that's it. Yeah, that's where I stayed. But there's no, I need to. But I'm just be too close to the other activity. Man, what am I gonna do here? All right, let's go. Do we go further in to Beaver Bay or not? Oh, okay, let's go down to Beaver Bay. So we got another boat. So all of a sudden we're hitting boats. We'll try this one down here just because it's close. It's kind of, well, it's going to end up being 10 miles or so anyway. Didn't expect that. I figured we'd not have to go this far, and we're probably getting close to running out of gas. Okay, winds are going to be north, northeast, but light, southeast, and then going to go east and then southeast overnight. Light winds though. Looks like an old fire ring there. But they don't show a campsite there. Or, well, wait a minute, maybe that's it. Oh, that's a cabin. Cabin in the woods. Well, we'll find out shortly if we can get in here. Yeah, there it is. Sandy Beach, fire ring, it's all open. So, doesn't look like a very beautiful site, but it'll work. Gone far enough today, so. Beaver Bay site. So let's see where we could tie. I got a tree on the right, tree on the left. Put it right on the sign. At least there's some color over in this area. Water temperature 63. Still pretty cold to jump in the water, that's for sure. But I may be forced to do that here. Either that or set up the shower. I could always set up the shower. We're here, folks. So go ahead and get tied up. Nice tie-up place, at least, so I can't complain about that. And get the other one out. Well, we better put gangplank out too because there's a lot of sand here. All right, that's pretty good. Keep me out of the sand. And we've got one more line over here on this side, and then we'll do the bow. Yeah, it won't come off that cleat. There we go. And a couple times around the tree just to make sure. And then we'll tie that bow line on the post just so it won't go anywhere. Again, a couple times around to hold it. Tighten up the starboard one a little bit more here. That way it is snug on both sides, so it won't work back and forth any more than it needs to. All right, we can shut down the engine, shut down the cameras, and wash dishes. All right. I guess I can put the motor down. It's pretty deep here. 4.5 feet. Well, it's not the spot I was intending to go or to stay at. The one that I was going to use is not one that's marked. I forgot that it was an unmarked site, but it's too close to that other boat. I could have stayed there, but I just soon not. Maybe another time when I come back through this way, but looks like there's going to be some flies here. So let's go ahead and stop our tracking. And this will be leg 5. And I've been giving it a V for Voyageurs. We went 9.7 miles. And I need to stop the tracking on the other one too. Stop. Turn the screen off here so it doesn't burn up a bunch of power. Let's see it. Oh yeah, I need to stop the tracking on the satellite for family. Okay, let's stop the tracking, do a check-in. All right, we'll settle that for now. 63 degrees water temperature. We'll debate whether I swim. If the sun comes out and it feels pleasant, I might do that later. Not sure what the terrain is around here. I'll check that later, but that's the satellite checking in right now. Kind of a cloudy day. Wasn't what I expected. I thought more sun by now, but nevertheless, it's a pleasant day. There's quite a bit more color around in the area here than there was on some of the other spots. So that's nice. And had a cup of hot chocolate en route because it was getting chilly. That's one of the benefits of an autopilot is I can do that. With that, we'll check out and we'll get back to you maybe later this afternoon after we've checked out this site a little bit more to find out what we've got. All right, folks, we're about ready to have dinner, and I'm setting down to a great pizza dinner and a salad and a cold beer. We'll pour a little bit more in that frozen mug to top it off. Lord, we just thank you for this food that I'm about to eat. We ask for your blessing on it and on this day that remains. Thank you for the safety of this day in Jesus' name. Amen. So there you are. That's pizza cooked on my stovetop oven. Now I'll just cut it. It's a Brewpub Latza Matza. And this is the all meat or 4-meat version. I can't remember what they call it. But, so anyway, there you go. Hello, folks, and good evening. Let's see, what time is it? Well, I don't know, but it's about 4:35. Thought I would talk with you one more time before the end of the day. The sun never did come out in any significant amount. It's still pretty cloudy, overcast. It was supposed to be partly sunny, but it just never made it. I see out to the north, there's a little bit of blue sky, but around here it's been pretty cloudy all day long. Good thing though is that there hasn't been much wind, and so I set up the shower this afternoon and took a nice long shower with hot water and felt really good. One powerboat did go by in the middle of it all, but since I have curtains for my shower, it didn't really matter. But I was worried that if they approached, I'd be in trouble then because I was in the shower at the time. So there's been one houseboat come by. This is the last site in the bay here, but for some reason they thought, well, Either they didn't know where they were going or they were just going to go take a look. I don't know. But they went down the bay and turned around and came back because it didn't work. There's been a couple fishing boats go by. There's more activity in this general area than there was back 5 to 10 miles to the west. Not sure what I will do tomorrow. I won't stay here. I will move. There's a little lake that I think could be portaged into right close by here. I may take a look at that before I leave. Just paddle over there. I won't do any photography, but maybe take the camera with me. But I have a feeling it's low, kind of just a pond. But you never know. You could see a moose, possibly. So I may take a look at that before I leave. But my intention is to go to the east. There's another place where there's a short portage into a lake. And although there's no boat sites nearby, I think I'll go in there and just find something. If I can't find a place to tie up ashore, then I'll just anchor out, do that portage into that lake. It looks like a little deeper lake. It should be more interesting than this one right next door. That's the tentative plan for tomorrow. I'm going to continue to move east because I haven't been into this area. I've been right in this general area, but not east of here. So that becomes more Sandpoint Lake in that vicinity. And I may then go down through the Narrows and check out a few sites down that way. There's still a lot of boat traffic, I think, coming out of there. We're not done with the season yet. There's a little more activity, though, than I thought there might be this late. Anyway, that's about it. No other significant things to add. There's very little walking around here. I did go up and look at the site. No place really to hike much. You can walk around here for maybe 100, 200 feet either side. There's some trails where people have gone to cut wood and stuff, but it's not a very interesting site. It's got a little sandy beach, which in the middle of the summer, I guess, would be nice if you want to swim, but water temperature 63, and that was just too cold to go in. So I set up the shower, which is a little bit of a hassle, but having a hot shower versus jumping in this cold water was not a kind of a no-brainer. And it really felt good to get a shower, clean clothes, and the day cooperated because you really need a calmer day so you don't have the curtains blowing around while you're trying to shower. Most of that rig is put away, and I'm just relaxing now in the evening, trying to debate whether to put up the fire ring to have a little fire tonight. I decided not to cut firewood after showering. I didn't want to work up a sweat cutting wood again, and there's not the best wood around anyway. I think a fire ring might be a possibility, or I'll do the tabletop fire back here if the wind is calm. So we'll wait and see. I was hoping a little more sun would come out. The skies would clear up a little bit and make it more pleasant. Air temperature is around 60 degrees outside here, so it's still cool, but not too bad, especially without any winds. It should be okay. Let me flip the camera around so you can see what's out there in the general vicinity. It's kind of what the little bay looks like here. Like I said, there's been a few boats going by fishing, but not that many. Call it a day, and we'll get back to you tomorrow and give you an update as to what's going to happen on that day. Take care.